Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I am just gonna do this before I change my mind. All right, we're getting into it. We're gonna be talking about why I had surgery. I'm gonna give you guys the whole story, backstory, present story. There's no future story, so just those two. I'm a little nervous to make this video, but I thought about it more. The pros completely outweigh the cons. So please watch this video in its entirety. Watch the whole thing if you have the time, because I think this is a really important topic. I don't think people talk about this enough. And I hope you guys can take something away from it. Hopefully it has some sort of a positive impact on you. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. We're gonna get into this, okay? Because I know this is something you guys have been asking for a while. So before I change my mind, let me just talk about it. I had surgery 2.5 months ago. In order to fully understand that, I'm going to need to take you guys back to when I was a teenager. I know, confusing, but just hold on. Right? It'll make sense. So once upon a time, back in my teenage years, I was a lot different than I am now. And like, hopefully so, right? I'm 26 now. It would be very concerning if I was the same now that I was when I was 18. The change has been very positive. When I was a teenager, I had a lot of confidence issues, which I'm sure most people go through. I mean, those are really vulnerable years. You're trying to figure yourself out. You're not super confident in who you are. You're going through a lot of changes, and it's a rough time. So I was pretty down bad in like the whole confidence department. Like it was just not up to par. I also struggled with anxiety. I struggled with depression, some other things that we could talk about at some point if you guys would be interested in. Growing up, I was told on like almost a daily basis that I was gross, that nobody would ever love me. My appearance was just constantly picked apart by my clearly not very nice stepdad. So those are never things you should say to a child. Like any of that really does not spark confidence. Makes sense why I didn't have much of that. As I got older, I didn't want to feel like that anymore. You know, I mean, nobody wants to feel bad about themselves. We all want to feel secure and confident in who we are. And I wanted that. So I started like thinking, what could I do to feel good about myself? You know, looking back, I feel like maybe like therapy would have been a good start. But unfortunately, I was 18. I was not looking in that direction. I was not looking at, you know, actually getting to the root of the problem and, you know, doing the internal work. I was focused on my physical appearance and what could I change to be better? What could I do to love myself more? Which, you know, is really like, it makes me sad because I know I'm not the only one that went through that. I am sure so many people go through that same feeling. Maybe some of you guys are going through that now, feeling like you just need to look a certain way and your life will be so much better if you know, fit society's standard of beauty. Let me save you some time and possibly money. It won't. That is not the way to find happiness. And I learned that the hard way. So back to me. You can kind of see where this is going. At 18, I decided to have surgery. I decided to modify my body to make something bigger, thinking that that would be the answer to all my problems. I honestly thought that it would solve everything. And I know like, you guys would be like, Samara, like, come on, like, how did you think that? But I thought that. I mean, to be fair, I was very young. Would I have made the same decision now? Absolutely not, which is, we'll be getting to that. But I was young and I was just like, I was so hurt and I had just felt so bad about myself for so long that even the thought of this possibly fixing it, that was enough. That was enough for me to do it. So I did. Spoiler alert, didn't help. Who would have seen that coming, right? Still had the same problems. I was still the same me. I just now was, you know, a little bigger in one department. As time goes on, I start to put in the work internally to get to the root of those issues and actually try and fix myself from the inside out rather than just paying attention to the outside. And I think like just as a society, we put so much pressure on physical appearance. Like it is insane. And especially now, you know, with like social media, Instagram. I mean, I could not imagine being a teenager in this day and age, like constantly being bombarded with just, you know, like complete unrealistic body types. Like it's insane. Our perspective on what a normal body looks like, I feel, is getting so distorted. And I think because I've been through wanting to change yourself and feeling like that's the answer, I have a lot of like empathy towards that, and I just like it makes me so sad to see. And you know, I don't want to shame anybody for, you know, like you do what you want with your body. I will always be your biggest hype woman. I would never ever in a million years judge somebody for their decisions. I am like the opposite, like the least judgmental person you will ever meet. But that also doesn't mean that I don't see the issues with how important appearance is in our society, with how like twisted our standards of beauty have become. I know this is gonna sound really cheesy. You are absolutely perfect the way you are, okay? I wish somebody would have told me that when I was younger, but you really, really are, and you do not need to change for anybody, okay? You just be yourself. All right? Because that is the most beautiful thing that you can be. Okay, pause. I'm editing this and I feel like I've talked about beauty a lot and I just wanted to slip this in. Beauty is not the end all be all, okay? You do not have to be beautiful. Nobody has to be beautiful. You can literally look like an egg and you are still valid and important and special, and I love you, okay? Beauty is completely subjective. What one person thinks is beautiful, somebody else may think is ugly. It literally doesn't matter. I've had things that people bullied me over, other people end up loving them. Anyways, back to the point. You do not have to be beautiful. Be smart, be funny, be kind. There are a million things that you can be other than beautiful. But yeah, okay, I love you guys. Back to the video. And as I've gotten older, and this has to do with why I had my recent surgery, my kind of perspective on beauty changed as well. And me personally, I think that being exactly who you are is the most beautiful thing that you can be. And up until 2.5 months ago, I felt disconnected from my body. What I thought was beautiful when I was 18 and what I think is beautiful now are completely different things. And I felt like I was in this body that wasn't me. It was a weird feeling. Like I can't even describe it. So 2.5 months ago, this is the surgery you guys have been asking about. I made the decision to get what I had put in when I was 18 taken out. A little smaller, okay? A little smaller, but I can say with 100% like honesty that I have never felt so good about myself, my appearance, mentally, physically, because I mean, that's a whole different story. Like the physical implications of having something that's not supposed to be in your body. It's crazy how normal this stuff is when you actually think about it and you're like, wait, you're putting what in your body? I'm no doctor, but it can't be healthy. I actually found that I started having a lot of negative physical side effects. I was tired all the time. I had a lot of heart issues and like chest pains. Like I just knew that it just wasn't it. It just wasn't it. So anyways, I got everything out, nothing put back in, just we are back to being 100% ourselves. And it's so funny too, because I mean, you guys probably know I'm like all about natural everything, natural skin products, body products. Like I don't get any injection, like I don't do any of that stuff. But then I had this like literal weight on my chest that was just, it was everything that I wasn't about, and I couldn't get it off me. And it feels so good to have it gone. Even though I went through this, and I feel like my story now kind of does affect how I think, because I've seen the negative implications of this, but at the end of the day, if you want to change your body, you know, it's your body. You do what you want and what makes you happy. And I will always be your guys' biggest supporter. Life is hard enough as is without having to live up to all of these unrealistic standards. So don't. I know It's hard, and I know it is so easy to compare yourself to how other people look. Just be the best version of you that you can be, because I promise you that there is somebody that will love you exactly the way you are. That's the beauty of being human, is being different and being unique. I mean, how boring would it be if we all looked the same? That would be horrible. That'd be horrible. We're all so different, and we all have our unique quirks and our flaws, and that's what makes us beautiful. So embrace them. Don't feel like you need to change yourself for anybody, and focus on your insides just as much as you do your outsides. Focus on your mental health, your physical health. Prioritize yourself. At some point, we are all gonna be 80 and we're all gonna be wrinkly. Hopefully, because that would mean that we lived a long and beautiful life. And isn't that an amazing thing? That is inevitable, okay? Enjoy life while you can. Don't obsess over appearance. I know it can be hard. Trust me, I know. But do the work inside. Find what makes you happy. Look after yourself. Love yourself. I promise that will make you so much happier than any physical change ever could. I don't even know what I've said in this video. I am gonna have a really fun time editing this. I hope you guys can take something away from this. Maybe we can have another conversation like this at some point, because I feel really strongly about all these things, and I meant everything that I said, and I hope that it came across the right way, because I care about you guys anyways. Thank you for watching if you made it this far. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.